Today we are going to discuss microscopes. So before microscopes are optical instruments which are used to see nearby objects very clearly. The objects are kept very closer and then the image of the object can be seen very clearly. So microscopes have various uses in laboratories. Before discussing about microscopes, we wish to clear you some terms. Number one is visual angle. What is visual angle? The apparent size of an object seen by an observer depends on the visual angle subtended by the object at the eye. If an object is very near to the eye, the image seen by the observer is larger. The same object is taken to a larger distance away from the eye. The size of the image judged by the observer is smaller in size. Though the size is not changing, but the apparent size of the image is changing. The apparent size of the image is changing due to the various values of visual angle subtended by the object at the eye. If the object is nearer to the eye, visual angle is more, and hence the apparent size of the object becomes bigger, and so on. So this simple figure shows about visual angle. In this case, figure number one is near to the eye, and the ray of light passing through the crystalline lens of the eye and meets this point on the retina. The image formed is this one. So this is object at the first position. This is the object at the second position. This is the first image and this is the second image. See what is the difference? Right? When the same object is taken in the other position of the same size, see the image formed is smaller in size. Why smaller in size? Because now the distance of the object from the eye increases. Hence, the visual angle subtended by that object at that position is decreasing. You can see here, this angle is theta 1 and this angle is theta 2. Theta 1 is greater than theta 2. Hence, the image formed in the first position of the object is greater than the other. Now, let us speak about magnifying power of an optical instrument. It is the power of the optical instrument to increase the visual angle. Actually, the microscopes and the telescopes are devices that can increase the visual angle. So by increasing the visual angle, the size of the image obtained by the instrument increases, and the observer can see the object very, very clearly. This is actually happening. So remember once again, microscopes and telescopes, they are, what they are doing? They are increasing the visual angle. Hence the apparent size of the image of the object seen increases. So it is the power of the instrument to increase the visual angle. Magnifying power of an optical instrument is the power of the instrument to increase the visual angle. This power is called magnifying power. So it is very important in the case of optical instruments to calculate magnifying power. It is magnifying power is denoted by capital letter M. It is defined as the ratio of angles subtended by the image at the eye, denoted by beta, to the angle subtended by the object with the unaided eye, that is alpha. There are two angles. One is the image subtended by the final image at the eye, that is noted by beta, and the other angle is alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is the angle subtended by the object with the unaided eye, denoted by alpha. So now magnifying power of an optical instrument is given by beta by alpha. Magnifying power has no unit because it is a pure ratio. Now we are going to describe simple microscope. These two terms already clear to you. Now I can proceed to simple microscope. In the case of a simple microscope, we use a single lens of a very small focal length. When focal length is less, the power is more. In the previous class, we have already seen that P is equal to 1 by F. That means power of a convex lens increases when its focal length decreases. So in the case of simple microscope, the convex lens used is of very small focal length. What we are doing is an object is placed very near to the object, very near to the convex lens. Very near to the convex lens means it is placed within the focal length of the convex lens of high power. What do you mean by high power? Its focal length is very, very short. Everybody knows that when an object is placed within the focal length of a convex lens, real image is not possible to be obtained on the other side. But because the refracted rays are emerging and going wider apart, can never meet together, hence a real image we cannot obtain. But when the refracted rays when produced backwards, we get an enlarged erect image of the object. If we set our eye at this point, the image of the small object can be seen very clearly on the same side as the object is. So, in this case also we will explain you that how the visual angle is increased. When object to image, how the visual angle is increased, that we are going to explain you in the figure number 2. See here, this is the object AB. Object AB, a ray of light falling on the convex lens after refraction emerges like this, under which is passing center of the lens goes without deviation, and real image cannot be obtained when produced backwards with a point at A dash. So this is the image formed, the virtual image formed in the convex lens when this object AB is placed within the focal length of the lens. Right? We are now going to calculate the magnifying power of this simple microscope. Simple microscope is sometimes called as hand lens. Sometimes it is also called as magnifying glass. So in this case we have seen that the object is very near to the eye. And this distance is not taken into account. When an object is taken very near to the eye, less than the least distance of distinct division, that is 25 centimeters, the eye will be in a strain and the image cannot be seen clearly, blurred. So if the object is kept very near to the eye, we cannot see the lines of the hand also. But if we keep the convex lens here between the object and the eye, it can make the image exactly at the least distance of distinction, that is 25 centimeters of the healthy eye. That is why a simple microscope can give you an enlarged clear image of the object. So what is happening is here is the object which is kept very near to the eye, whose image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision of the healthy human. So this distance, that means the final image formed and the distance between lens and the final image, or eye and the final image. Actually we don't take the distance between the eye and the lens, because what all aids we are using as an optical instrument, the aid must be kept very close to the lens, very close to the eye. Therefore this distance is not taken into account. When we speak, the distance between the lens and the final image, that is exactly same as the distance between the eye and the final image. So in this case the final image is at a distance D, capital D, from the eye or from this aid lens used, convex lens used. Now we are going to explain you the magnifying power, and we are going to derive an expression for the magnifying power. Magnifying power of a simple macros, once again I am speaking, is defined as the ratio of the visual angle subtended by the final image at the eye, that is beta shown here. Final image at the eye to the angle subtended by the object at the unaided eye, as is shown here. This is beta and this is alpha, right? So magnifying power of a simple microscope is given by capital M is equal to beta by alpha. Now, what is beta? From the geometrical diagram of this ray diagram shown here, beta is equal to tan beta, or tan beta is equal to beta. Tan beta is equal to perpendicular by base. Base, from the figure you have seen that the distance of the final image from the lens is capital D, because it is the least distance of distinct division. Beta is equal to A dash B dash by AB, size of the image by distance or perpendicular by base. Alpha is equal to alpha means to see alpha. See again, the object itself is placed at the position of the final image. Already the definition, already I said that magnifying power is the ratio of two angles. The first angle is beta. What is beta? Beta is the angle subtended by the final image at the eye, and alpha is the angle subtended by the object when it is placed at the same position of the image. So this object AB itself is placed at the A2 dash. So A2 dash B dash is same as equal to AB only. So alpha and beta very clear to you. And now alpha and beta is calculated as alpha is equal to A2 dash B dash divided by D. As A2 dash B dash is AB itself, therefore it is equal to AB by D. Beta is equal to A dash B dash by D. Therefore magnifying power M is equal to beta by alpha. That is A dash B dash by D divided by AB by D, that is equal to A dash B dash by AB. A dash B dash by AB is actually size of the image by size of the object. We have already seen in lenses, size of the image by size of the object is linear magnification. Here actually we are calculating angular magnification. But in this case, as it is a single lens, the angular magnification is same as linear magnification. That is why angular magnification is equal to A dash B dash by AB, that is equal to B by U. So linear magnification is equal to size of the image by size of the object, that is equal to image distance by object distance. That is actually linear magnification. The thing has been clear to you, because in this case it's a single lens, but we are calculating angular magnification. But for a single lens, angular magnification is same as linear magnification. Now for a convex lens we have 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. What is formula everybody knows? This is lens formula. Multiplying throughout by V, we can write V by V minus V by U is equal to V by F. Here V means the position of the image, the distance of the image from the eye. Distance of the final image from the eye is minus D only. Therefore, we can write V by V is equal to 1. V by U, everybody knows that is equal to V by U, V by U is equal to M. So 1 minus M is equal to minus D by M. Or capital M is equal to 1 plus D by F. So this is the magnifying power of a simple microscope. Now in this case we have discussed when the final image is formed at the least distance of distinct division. In this case we can actually describe two conditions. The first condition is this. In this case the final image is seen to be formed at the least distance of distinct division. The other case also we can explain. In that condition the final image is formed at infinity. That adjustment is called normal vision adjustment. And the already described condition is that this is called the near vision condition. So the first case we have adjusted the lens or the distance between the lens and the object is so adjusted that distance between, once again, the distance between the object and the lens is so adjusted that the image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision. Next case, we shall be adjusting the distance between the object and the lens such a way that the image is formed at infinity. A virtual image is formed at infinity. But in this first case, when the object is at the very near, so that the image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision, the eye is under bit strain. Eye is not so comfortable. But if the final image is formed at infinity, the eye will be very, very comfortable. And now we are going to explain the second case also. What is that? The distance between the lens and the object is adjusted such that the final image is formed at infinity.